from all around your lawn. I'm here to tell you how football is strong. We're the best. Bounce the ball.
Good morning and welcome to the GDFL Netball Show for round 13. Joining us on the show today, we've got Donna Francesi from the Anarchy Netball Club. Welcome, Donna.
Morning, Fiona. How are you?
Well, thank you.
Good.
And joining us today to help us out, we've got Courtney McLeod from Thompson Netball Club. Welcome, Courtney.
Thanks for having me, girls.
Not a problem. Thanks for coming in to give us a hand.
No worries. Pleasure.
Just going to have a look at last week's games from round 12. I don't think there were too many upsets or anything during the week, but we'll definitely have a look at them. Bellpost Hill, firstly, 51 defeated Inverleigh 39. Any comments on that one?
Well, we knew it wasn't going to be a blowout game. I know you and I picked last week. We picked Bellpost Hill. Holly picked Inverleigh. 12 goals there. Again, as I said, it must have been a really close match, especially in the first couple of quarters. And I think Bellpost Hill probably just got the groove in the second half and went away with it.
Yeah. Look, I know that last time that Bellpost Hill went up against Inverleigh, it was only a 1-point goal that they won by, I think, in the last few minutes of the game. So I think they would have been pushing hard coming into finals to make sure that they'd get a bigger lead there.
And a bigger percentage too. Yeah. Because it's so close.
We'll have a bit of a chat to Kim Martin, who's coming on the show a little bit later, about that game and see what her comments are about that. The next game, East Geelong 80 defeated Thompson 37. Courtney, you can take us through a bit of a preview of what happened down there.
Yes, I mean, we obviously go into each game with a few goals that we try to set and we try to reach it. It helps make it a little bit more capable, I guess, or doable. It gives us something to work on and something small that we can achieve. In terms of our defence, we are struggling with numbers at the moment. So I am a defender and I shot on the weekend because our main goaler, Melody, she was out. So our defence just really struggled against those tall holding goalers.
Do you have a lot to choose from in that respect? Like, have you got a lot of defenders and so forth to bring up to fill those voids? We
have a lot of, in A and B grade, a lot of centre court players.
Yeah. As we do.
Yeah,
and too, we've got the same.
It doesn't help with consistency, I suppose, and you think you're doing okay in one end and then, down the other it's a little bit disappointing. So we are trying as hard as we can at training to work on things like that, but we don't have height. We're a very short team.
And Shay and Melissa work really, really well for East Geelong. Absolutely. They just know each other's game and they work their way down.
Melissa Bragg actually didn't play on the weekend, but they didn't miss her at all. So, I mean, it's just one of those games. But attackingly, we did really well. We shot our second highest.
Well done.
Yeah, for the season. So I guess that's something that we can
Well, that's a couple of positives you can take away from the game, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what you've got to do in these sorts of circumstances is pull out the positive.
No, it's not.
Yes,
we know.
Sad, isn't it?
It is.
Got to just keep plugging away there because things will change eventually.
Yes, they'll fall into place.
Yeah.
3 years.
The next game, Corio 47 defeated Belmont Lions 34.
Yeah, I thought this was very interesting. 13 goals there. Considering what Corio did last week, they had a really good win last week. I actually thought it might have been a bit more against Belmont Lions. But, yeah, it was closer than what I thought, 13 goals. So well done to Belmont.
Yeah, look, I think that Belmont have improved significantly over the year, and I think we've seen that with some of the closer scores with those teams, and I know that we're coming up against them today, so we'll have a chat about that later, but I think it's going to be a bit closer than what it was the first time. So,
which is good, which is very good. It just shows the improvement that everyone has gone through in the year.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that Corio is still holding on there in fifth position, so they'll be hoping to get some more wins before the end of the year, I'm sure.
Well, you might change that, Fiona, on Saturday.
No, we're not playing Corio.
Sorry.
We're not playing Corio, we're playing Belmont.
Well, that too.
Werribee Central 66 defeated us, Geelong West 22.
Go Fee, what happened?
Well, we knew going out to Werribee it was going to be a really, really difficult game. They actually had a few of their girls out for State League commitments that they had to go to.
Which was a blessing for you guys.
Yes, it was. We had one of our mid-quarters out, but we've got a new girl down there, Erica Thwaites, who's come across from New Zealand, who stepped up into A grade.
And how did you get her fee?
She found our number on the internet and phoned us to come on down. So, lovely girl, fitting in really, really well down there, and hopefully she's going to be back in the coming years. In the first half of our game, I know in the second quarter, Werribee only outscored us by 4 goals in the second quarter. We just couldn't hold the intensity for the whole 4 quarters, and I know that I've said that about our team throughout the year. We cannot play 4 quarters of netball, and we definitely couldn't play a second half of netball on the weekend. I don't think it was to do with fitness. I think we just lost all our strategy. Werribee took advantage of that. They're a great team. They had, I think, 3 B graders playing up, and they just stepped in and filled those holes. So, but definitely not a disappointing game from us. I know it's still a big scoreline, 44 goals, but you know, still an improvement. I think we were less last time, and we actually played their full team. So, but yeah, the scoreline doesn't reflect the way that we felt on the court. Yeah. So,
well, at least you got some positives to take away from that game, and hopefully, you know what to work on. Yeah. So that would be good for you.
Absolutely. Next game, North Geelong 64 defeated Anarchy 22.
Laughable. Look, we had, as we have all season, we very much like you guys at Thompson, we haven't got any, we had a couple of defenders out and so forth. But do you know what? I'm sick of making those excuses. We just haven't got anyone to bring up, basically. And, you know, the only thing we can tell our girls in those situations, especially the A graders, because they do get a bit uptight with the B graders coming up who can't, you know, catch their throws and so forth. But we say, look, just go out there and have fun. And it's amazing what they can achieve when you do tell them to relax and to have fun, because they did have some good passages of play. But in saying that, North Geelong, as much as they went out there, I know they had a bit of fun with it too, because they were laughing and mucking around on the court a couple of times during that last quarter too. So, but in saying that, we just have to keep plugging along, much like Thompson, and we'll be up there in a couple of years.
Hopefully. So a good win there for North Geelong, though. It was a good one.
Absolutely.
Last game from last weekend is Winchelsea 58 defeated Bannockburn 24. I don't think there's any surprises there.
No, it's not, but I was actually...
Scoreline?
The margin wasn't overly huge. I think Bannockburn have come such a long way. They've recruited really well. So the changes that they've made to their team are really helping Bannockburn. I know when we played Winch last week, they have such depth and versatility that you just can't beat in sides like that. But I think that margin was really good by Bannockburn. They should be really happy with that.
I'm just wondering whether they had some of their girls out as well for State League, which... It has to make some sort of difference to a team, having to bring girls up and things like that. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm assuming if Werribee had girls out, then I'd say Winchelsea would have as well.
Yeah.
We'll just have a quick look at the ladder. There are no changes from last week. We've still got Winchelsea sitting out on top, undefeated. Werribee Central, Bellpost Hill, East Geelong and Coria, which make up the top 5. Inverleigh a few games behind now. North Geelong, Bannock, Geelong West, Belmont, Thompson and Anarchy.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much set.
Yeah, it's looking like that. All right, we'll be back after this break.
From all around Geelong, I'm here to tell you how football